All right, we got day 2. We're going back out, making a little crossing across the land, and then we're gonna be going and looking for groupers. I forgot what we were doing. We're doing some reef diving today.
We're getting those California sheepshead.
Dude, I just found out there's California sheepshead here. You guys know I love sheepshead. It's nothing like the sheepshead you see back in Florida. I mean, that is the exotic of the day. Not really what we're going after, but we might find one. But just the scenery here is amazing.
Like that scene. Family Guy. First things first. Operation Mission 1, acquire clams. Mission 2, scallops. Maybe grouper. Maybe.
Really after the shells today.
What else?
We are pulling up to the groupers. And the sheepshead, and the snappers.
Got the sea lions on here.
Dive time.
Scott made the very first drop of the day, and we're shooting breakaways, which means the spear is not connected to the spear gun, but it's connected to that line. If you listen closely, that was Scott's gun going off right there. So my job is to get on the line and just start pulling as hard as I can to stop the grouper or snapper or whatever he shot from getting into the rocks. After a short tug of war, we were able to get the fish up, and Scott's already back at the surface. So now I hand him the line, and I swim down to get a couple shots of the fish coming up. He had a nice 45-pound Gulf grouper on there, and this is just an awesome looking fish, awesome eating fish. And for the first drop of the day, that's just crazy cool to be able to get that nice of a fish.
Oh yeah.
Sick grouper.
Yeah.
One down.
First drop. I think we're gonna shoot some fish today.
It's looking good. So that's a Gulf grouper. Gulf grouper, right, Pepe?
Yeah, it's a golfing grouper.
Nice one, Scotty. Now I gotta make a drop down.
Now it's my turn to drop down. I'm really excited because Scott just shot that really nice grouper. I'm thinking there's tons of life around, and I was 100% correct. Not only did I land in the school of a bunch of Cabera snappers, but if you listen closely, you can hear whales in the distance, and that was something that was really cool that I've never experienced before. So same as last time, Scott's at the surface holding on the float line, and he just starts ripping this fish up as soon as he knows I shot something. And it wasn't a very big fish, but it is definitely helpful and stops the fish from getting in a rock. So we got him up to the surface and had a nice little Cabera snapper.
Little snapper, huh?
Did you see a bunch of them?
Oh yeah.
A lot.
Did you see a bunch of snapper on your drop? Yeah, big school snapper. Woo! First reef fish. Kind of looking at it.
After we got done landing that fish, we did a couple more drops in that area, and we saw tons of snapper on almost every single drop. We weren't really shooting a bunch of snapper. That's not what we were there for. We wanted to look more for the groupers, but still super cool to be like kind of vortexed by all these cuberas and hear those whale noises, and it's just awesome. We were about to change spots, so before we headed out, Scott made a drop down and picked off one of those snappers to bring home with us. Another one about the same size. These are about 10 to 15 pound snappers. Perfect eating size.
Crewbera? Crewbera? There was like 500 down there. I was yelling at you. The whole school.
So we made the spot change, and this bottom looked different, and it was a little bit deeper water. I think we were in about 75 or 80 foot here, and I saw a big grouper off in the distance. I think it's a broomtail grouper, but I had such a good shot on this Gulf grouper, and I really wanted to shoot my first grouper for the trip, so I lined it up on him and plugged him. Now Spencer's at the surface pulling on the float line this time, and I knew I had a really solid shot, so I hung on to the float line also and just started swimming him up. And we ripped that thing right off the bottom. No shot of it getting into a ledge or anything like that. And it ended up being a really nice fish, about a 15 or 18 pound Gulf grouper.
Yeah, I got my grouper. Oh, stoked. Not a giant. There was a big one behind him.
I dispatched the fish as quickly as possible for a couple reasons. It puts the fish out of its misery, but then also makes it safer for everyone in the boat to not have a fish flopping around.
Hook trick, pop them. You can grab that like jugular.
Yeah?
You don't need a knife for it. So you saw that grouper I shot. I'm gonna show it to you right now on the boat. Right here. But I really don't want to show it to you in the boat because look at that.
Wait, other way.
That's the broomtail.
Right?
He was like, ah! Golly. Morgan got a giant. Absolute giant.
Okay.
20?
That's so crazy, man.
We made it back. What do you got?
The one that I killed on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah, hold my fish for it, Morgan. Grab my fish.
What?
God, Morgan.
Morgan got him. That is a stud.
Oh, no.
Morgan got a stud of a broomtail. Holy shit. Hold him up just like 6 more times. You're doing some work over here. And then what we do with this fish is some of it we'll bring home, some of it we'll give away here, so nothing goes to waste. And we got another day of diving tomorrow. There you go.
So guys, we have right now one of the groupers that we call Ray. We cut it, we left the skin on the lip, and we put the special sauce who my mom did it. It's a special sauce we usually use here in Baja. And we'll put it on the grill. We have to close this thing. Yeah. And we can be like, we'll be like moving and like, what's it?
Like flipping?
Yeah, flipping the fish that gets the special taste of Baja.
Oh yes. Let's checking on it, checking on it. Oh yeah. So they've been flipping it a couple times. That is gonna be so good. So that's the skin. That's what you're looking there. That's the skin side of it. That is gonna be so good. It's all done.
The unveiling.
The unveiling. Oh yeah.